Hey everybody, welcome to Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse, downtown Flint, Michigan, for our 2026 Great Lakes Tournament District A semifinal matchup. We got the Cougars from Kalamazoo Valley Community College coming in at 23-6, the home team. The visitors, the Centurions of Montcalm College, 17-12. Great matchup today. Chad Toms, Noah Drury on the call. Noah, you do a great job of breaking down these games ahead of time. What's your thoughts? What's this one look like on paper for you?
I think Kalamazoo Valley, comes into this contest and, they obviously playing in the MCCAA championship, beating Mid-Michigan, which is a highly coveted team, especially in the national polls. They had kind of a rough out-of-conference play when Josiah King, or when Kalamazoo Valley came here. Josiah King was out in that game. It was a close contest, but he is a difference maker of a player, 26 points, or 20 points per game on 26 games. Had other JUCO offers out of high school from Benton Harbor. But this Montcalm team, they have some good production, a very balanced attack. No one kind of leading the way, but, a bunch of guys that are going to contribute. Guys from all over the country, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, they're only in their second year of existence, right? So, for them to be at this point, in their program's existence, it's definitely a strong showing for them, and they're hoping to come out with the victory and get chance to play in the district final.
Yeah, absolutely. 12-17 last season, 6-8 in conference. So they built on it. Zach Ingalls is the head coach, and it should be a lot of fun. We're excited for this matchup. We do get to see this Kalamazoo Valley team here against our Mont Bears, knowing I do the broadcast for them. So should be a lot of fun. As mentioned, the Cougars coming off a tough loss to the Hawks of Henry Ford, 80-79. But they are 13-1 in conference, definitely battle-tested. I'd say a tough uphill battle for the Centurions. But, hey, you get to this point in the conference or the season, you got nothing to lose. So put it all out there and build for this season and beyond if you're the Centurions.
Yeah, I mean, they played a tough out-of-conference schedule, played number 10 South Suburban, played number 1 Palm Beach State, played Montcalm, played Lake Michigan, played Mid-Michigan and Bay College in conference playing. But it looks like we're going to do our national anthem real quick, so we'll be right back.
And now, we'll begin with the starting lineups.
All right, back underway here, our District A semifinal matchup, Centurions and Cougars. Starting lineups for we'll start with the Centurions. Number 1, Zeon Briggs, guard from Augusta, Georgia. Number 4, Mason Dunn, guard, sophomore from Big Rapids, coming in at 6'3". Number 5, Dawson Dunn, 6'3", also from Big Rapids. Big surprise there, number 5. Number 23, Josiah DeMeester. He's a 6'10" center from Granville. And number 32, Joel Washington, the 6'5" freshman from Gainesville, Florida, playing forward. The Centurions, coached by head coach Zach Ingalls, Lenny Stark, Ashir Visman on the bench. For the home team, it's the Cougars. Starters, number 1, a 6'1" point guard sophomore for Niles, Michigan, Jameer Palmer Kirkdahl. And a 6'2" sophomore forward, also from Niles, number 4, Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl. So is that the first time we have 2 sets of twins or a set of twins on each side?
Funny enough, on each side, yes, I believe so.
All right, number 5, Josiah King. Josiah is a 6'5" sophomore forward from Benton Harbor. Number 44 is Matt Swanwick, a 6'6" freshman forward from Centerville. And a 6'4" sophomore forward from Kalamazoo. Number 50, Gerald Crawford. Cougars are coached by head coach Jim Zorn, Josh Ryan, Larry Patrick, Kobe Clark, Jackson Bushu on the bench. 23-6 overall. Number 1 seed are the Cougars. The Centurions finished 17-12, 9-5 in conference, but they've got a 5-game win streak themselves. They're coming off a win over Delta, 78-77 in that quarterfinal back on Tuesday night. So playing, at the well at the right time of the season to throw those records out, and should be a great matchup today.
100%. And I mean, obviously, we saw this Kalamazoo Valley team play earlier this season. They have a lot of depth. Swanwick is someone that I'm very impressed with, but they have a lot of talent, not only in the starting lineup, but off the bench. Someone that I'm surprised isn't starting is LeBron Campbell, but I'm excited to see him play. He's averaging 17, 3, and 5.
All right, here we go. So both teams ready for the tip. and is 105, a few minutes late. Our third game of the day here in this Great Lakes tournament. Centurions control it. Dunn all the way out, contested by the Cougars. Hands off to Washington. Centurion staying on the perimeter. Mason Dunn drives, and he lost the handle out of bounds, but knocked away by the Cougars. Palmer Kirkdahl over there trying to plead his case.
Yeah, and you'll see that a lot with these players needing to plead their case and obviously, wanting all the calls to go right their way.
All right, first pass of the game goes to Joel Washington.
Yeah, nice easy bucket for the Gainesville, Florida native to open up the game.
All right, Cougars first possession. Gerald Crawford. Inside, Josiah King goes off the glass. No. Loose ball picked up by the Centurions. Zion Briggs with it.
And Briggs is a transfer from South Georgia Tech at JUCO in the Georgia, Community College Association.
All right, another basket there, 4-0. Josiah DeMeester with that one. 4-0 Centurions. Cougars walk it up the floor. They're averaging 87 points on the season. Looking to get things going here today.
And Kalamazoo Valley, a team that averages 90 points per game, sixth in the conference.
Three-pointer on the way. Matt Swanwick, too strong. Centurions have it. They can go up by 6 with the 2, make that 7 with the 3. So they're looking to get this thing open here early.
Yeah, and they're a team that, just has so much balance in terms of the depth on the roster. No stars player with number 5, Dawson Dunn, leading the way with 10.7 points per game. But, there's just a lot of contributing pieces on this team.
Turnover there, goes out of bounds. So it is Cougars basketball. Crawford looking for a handoff. Swanwick. Three-pointer on the way. Jameer. Palmer Kirkdahl, no, but offensive board for the Cougars. Kept alive. And goes out of bounds off the Centurions. They're trying to get Josiah King on a backdoor cut.
Yes.
Kind of a quiet start here, obviously, for the Cougars. Haven't scored yet.
And they haven't really been able to find a quality look that they like.
Swanwick, there you go. Knocks it down right on cue. His first basket. First basket for the Cougars.
As I mentioned that, Swanwick finds the perfect opportunity to knock it down.
Every time, Noah. Centurions lose it. It's on the floor. Cougars come away with it. Playing some tough D.
How about the 6'4" sophomore getting down on the ground, fighting for the ball.
And there's a jumper. Little string music there for Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl.
Yeah, as the Palmer Kirkdahl tandem athletes, both played football in high school as well.
Jumper off the mark for Dunn, Mason Dunn that is. Cougars have it. Crawford kicked it out up top. Josiah King with the make. King averaging 21 points on the season. His first basket of the afternoon. Expect a big game out of him. He always seems to show up in prime time.
Yeah, and the Cougars 33.7% from downtown.
Mason Dunn, his shot too strong. Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl with the board. And good strong take inside. Crawford with the offensive board, kept it alive. The putback is good. Hammered it up and in. And it's all of a sudden a 10-4 lead. Felt like it was just 4-0 Centurions here a moment ago.
When you knock down 2 threes and are able to get 2 more field goals inside, it really can just flip in a switch just like that.
Centurions looking for an outlet. DeMeester finally got it all the way back around. Briggs. Nice cut there. Number 4, Mason Dunn, lays it up and in. 6'3" sophomore. His first basket of the afternoon. It's 10-6.
Yeah, it kind of halts that 7-0 run that the Cougars, or excuse me, the 10-0 run that they were just on. So a big layup right there from the Big Rapids native.
Now, Noah, I got to take a look. Did these teams cross paths at somewhere along the way?
Not on my sheet, no.
Okay. We try to do our homework here before this gauntlet of 18 games. Oh, there's a block inside. Cougars on the floor. I think that is
Josiah King.
Yeah, King hit the deck. Looks like we got a media timeout with 15:21. So thanks everybody for tuning in this Great Lakes Tournament District A semifinal. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here shortly.
11-4 Redlow and for the Centurions.
All right, welcome back. Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse, downtown Flint, Michigan. Just looking at MCC all the way from Sidney, Michigan. Noah, can you tell me where Sidney, Michigan is?
I know it's in the Big Rapids kind of area, but location-wise,
Yeah,
not really.
It's like a little northeast of Grand Rapids, straight west of Ithaca. And Kalamazoo all the way down towards that southern border, 94, pretty close to the Indiana border.
94, 131, that kind of, two highways kind of colliding right there.
All right, it's 12-6. Cougars on top early. As mentioned, they're averaging 87 points on the season. Centurions coming in averaging 75. They finish in third in the MCCAA Northern Conference. Cougars finished up top the West.
And had a share of the conference with LCC.
And finally got a whistle. That stays, look like it's going to stay with the Centurions. Yeah, I just love this first day of the tournament. You see all these teams coming in and kind of soaking it in. We had a lot of fans here for the last one, a little bit closer matchup, I guess, for LCC in the building. Oh, and the putback is no basket, shot clock violation for the Centurions. So good defense there by the Cougars. So these two teams are a little bit more, stretched out. We don't see as many in attendance, so I'm sure we got plenty of fans tuning in. I always like to call these games, the high school coaches are watching their players, the parents, the grandparents. Obviously you got some college coaches tuning in as well. There's no shortage of talent on the floor.
100%, and I mean, obviously, that's our job here is to present to you, the biggest stage for a lot of these players, trying to go play in the national tournament and obviously pick up a championship in the process.
Nice ball moving by the Cougars. Number 4, Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdale from Brandywine High School. That make his 4 points now in the afternoon. Here come the Centurions the other way. Nice take there. Zion Briggs. And that basket counts. He's fouled. He's heading the line to shoot and one. That foul's going to be on. First foul for both teams now with just one. Yeah, it looks like that one was on LeBron Campbell.
Yep, out of Battle Creek, Michigan, played at Lakeview High School.
Yeah, he comes in. We talked about him at averaging 17. And coming off the bench, you need that sixth man.
As it looks like James Browning's going to pick up over the back foul. Browning from Fort Wayne, Indiana, played at Fort Wayne Northrop.
And first foul on him, second for the Centurions.
So we saw this 1-2-2 zone earlier, kind of a 3-2 from the Triceratops earlier.
Cougars, three-pointer on the way. That's Byron Linley. Doesn't go. Rebound. Dawson Dunn secures for the Centurions. Here they come the other way. 13:46. Cougars on top, 14-8. I think important possession here in the first half for the Centurions. They'd like to cut in that 6-point lead. Three-pointer on the way, and it bangs through. Jameer Evans. Perfect shot with some good defense there. Had a hand in his face, but cut that lead to 3.
Yeah, Evans averaging 7 points per game, a natural scorer, averaged 15 points per game in high school at KIPP High School in Indianapolis.
Cougars looking for, an outlet here. The good ball movement, and all the way in the corner. Linley kept it alive. Now inside to Crawford. Touch pass. The two-hander is down. Josiah King. Nice touch pass there by Crawford. 16-11. 7 points now for King.
And pass fakes and quick ball movements are just how you beat a zone. Just being able to get them out of position, find an easy look just like that one.
Step back three is off the mark for Washington. Cougars come the other way. Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl set it up. LeBron Campbell lost it, knocked away. Dawson came up with that one. Here comes Briggs. Wow, what a spinning move for him. And it's 16-13. First basket for Briggs. That was impressive.
Yeah, Briggs has some pizzazz to him when he brings it down the floor, able to dish it out. Leads the team in assists at 3.6. Definitely the primary point guard.
Crawford, foul line, kicked it over. Lindley, 4-3, and it goes. Byron Lindley, the 6'2" sophomore out of Niles.
How about
I think Coach Jim Horn just went over to Brandywine High School and just set up shop.
Yeah, definitely.
Got 3 players from Brandywine.
Yeah, in that southwestern Michigan region, there's a lot of talent, especially at those smaller schools that, he's just plucking them and taking them.
That three-pointer's too strong for LeBron Campbell, but look at that. Big man, Gerald Crawford, 6'4", 200-pound sophomore. He seems like he plays bigger than that.
Yeah, went to KZoo Central, earned Player of the Week honors earlier in the season. Just a tremendous player.
Nice take there by Briggs. Got fouled off the dribble. See who picks up that one. Looks like both teams heading to their bench for another timeout. So that one's going to be on Linley. That's his first, so 2 team fouls either way. So, all right, media timeout. 11:31 left here in the first half. It's the Cougars on top, 21-13 over the Centurions. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, welcome back. Great Lakes Tournament, District A semifinal matchup. Cougars on top, 21-13 over the Centurions. And you talk about all the stats and all the information we share. Pretty much all comes through mccaa.org. It's just a great website for standings, statistics, even following along real-time or game statistics as well.
Yeah, and also in the building, Lakeland Community College and Schoolcraft here for their 3:30 contest for the second part of the District A final, as they'll play the winner of this contest between Montcalm and Kalamazoo Valley.
All right, Centurions have it. Briggs out on the wing, trying to shake Swanwick, and Cougars come away with it.
And the Cougars can get out and running, just moving so fast down the floor.
Campbell inside, Swanwick, turn, shoot, it's good. That basket counts. He's heading the line for an and one opportunity.
Yeah, and Swanwick, he just plays with so much control and knows what type of shots he wants to get to. You know, that turnaround and fadeaway jump shot is just a work of beauty by this freshman from Centerville, Michigan.
Yeah, definitely has some skills. 23-13 now. The lead is 10. Largest lead for the Cougars. Briggs ran through 3 defenders, kicks it out for 3. That's too strong.
That's a nice pass down.
Swanwick is fouled from behind. I think Mason Dunn got him. And Swanwick just kind of, shaking off some early rust and really becoming a big part of this offense here over the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a guy that averages about 12.5 points per game, 5 rebounds. He's not the primary scorer like a Josiah King or a LeBron Campbell per se, but, that down low presence, he's able to step up in big moments if he is needed.
We got some substitutions on the floor. See Michael Irving out there for the Centurions. Has it right now. Trevor Zamarin, I think he was already out though. See number 13 on the floor, Tyler Stokes for the Cougars. And looks like number 21, James Browning. And I think that was blocked. I want to say Stokes might have got a hand on that. Goes out of bounds off the Cougars, so still Centurions basketball.
Yeah, and a good contest there from Tyler Stokes out of Ferndale, Michigan. East Side high school player going out to play on the west side of the state.
East Side going to the west side. In contact down low, but LeBron Campbell came away with that loose ball. Steal for him. Euros it floater. It goes down the lane. 13-point lead now for the Cougars. They are just so dangerous out. They can just run.
Absolutely.
And athletic.
That was such a good fast to slow move by Campbell to really just switch the speeds that he was going at to the rim.
Browning kind of got trapped there. Down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Mason Dunn, cross-court pass. They're going to have to get it off quick. They do. No, I thought it looked good the whole way. And credit to McCure Recklau. Kept it alive for the Centurions. Inside is Browning. Off the window, it's good. Centurions are fighting. I mean, they are not giving up in this ball game. It's back to 11-point lead.
Yeah, they just have to find a way to get some stops against this Kalamazoo Valley team. They've kind of been able to score at will other than that, kind of rough, edgy start. But since then, they've been getting points in bunches.
Kind of that grit. We throw that word around a lot. Got to be gritty if you want to advance to the final. Campbell. Good defense there by Zamarin. And Mason Dunn with the block. And a shot clock violation. So Centurions coming up with a good defensive stand as well. They trail by 11. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. And averaging 75 on the season. Pretty quiet so far with only 15. Like to see them open up a little bit.
Yeah, and we saw it right there. Montcalm did a really good job of just kind of letting Campbell eat up all the dribbles and the usage in that possession. If you can keep it to only 2 or 3 passes, Kalamazoo Valley, they've had a lot of success when they've had 5, 6 passes in the possession.
Irving trying to get it inside to Browning, and it's ripped away by the Cougars. Campbell, they're going to call an offensive foul there. Mason Dunn was able to he took that hit.
And that's just a winning basketball play right there by Mason Dunn. Knew LeBron Campbell was trying to get down in transition quickly. And then, that's LeBron Campbell's second foul now. And the third team foul on Kalamazoo Valley. But Campbell is definitely an important piece. You do not want having limited minutes in a game like this.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. He did come off the floor.
Looks like that was a triple screen set from the Centurions, something I really haven't seen.
Swanwick. Yeah, they're going to call him for a foul. So foul starting to stack up for the Cougars here. 3 now.
I think it should be 4. I don't think they've given Swanwick.
Okay, there we go. It updated. I was looking at the scoreboard. And first for Swanwick. So 4 fouls, 8 minutes to go. Centurions still trail by 11. Long three-pointer on the way off the side of the rim. And nice effort there by Browning, but it goes out of bounds. So Cougars basketball.
That's now 1 of 10 from three-point range for the Centurions, a team that averages about 33.2%, which ranks 10th in the conference, shooting well below their average. They're fourth in makes in the conference, too. So they are
shooting 43%. It's going to drop there with that miss, but almost quadruple the percentage. Centurions, nice take there off the baseline. Jackson Inglis from Greenville, but it goes out of bounds off the Centurions. So coming out of the media timeout, it will be Cougars basketball. They still lead 26-15 over the Centurions. 7:49 left here in the first half. We'll be back here shortly. Welcome back here, Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, this District A semifinal matchup. No, it takes a village here. We've got a full crew back in the room, the hospitality room. We've got a full crew at the score tables there. You mentioned we got people sweeping the floor, setting up the players' hospitality room. I mean, it is such a great effort. And, kudos to the entire athletic department led by Michael Tews, our athletic director. But Steve Schmidt obviously has a lot to do with this as well. I did see our women's coaches, Coach Trevithick over there. So it takes a village here in Bear Country, but yeah, it's so much fun.
100%, and I mean, this is the reason why we get the opportunity to do this, because we have such a good nucleus of people that are able to help out and really have this thing being as smooth of an operation as it can be.
Step back, little jumper for Hosea King. We got a whistle in the paint. Gerald Crawford. Wow. And I think he's going to pick up the 5th foul here for the Cougars here in the first half. First foul for Crawford, but fouls are starting to stack here with 7:33 left.
Yeah, and both of these teams have kind of hit like a dead spot in terms of their offense. No one really being able to find anything lately. See if someone can bury a shot.
Inglis, his shot off the mark deep in the corner. It was wide open. You got to make those if you're the Centurions. And we got some contact. They're going to call Inglis too much body there. Down low on Swanwick.
Yeah, and I mean, mainly the big difference in this game right now, Chad, is Kalamazoo Valley's currently 16-8 advantage on the rebounds.
Yeah, they're just crashing the boards. All right, King in the paint. Jumper, in and out. Centurions with the board. James Browning able to wrestle that away from a couple Cougars to keep it alive for the Centurions. Comes Reclaw with a full head of steam. Back to Briggs. Works off the screen. Tries to get it inside to Browning, but no go. Jameer Palmer Kirkdahl with a steal. We got a whistle the other way. And we're going to, 11 total fouls so far in the first half.
Yeah, this game is not like the former two. Maybe District A is a little bit more of a brawl rather than a basketball contest. But regardless, I mean,
hey, we are in Flint. That's how we play in Flint. We're a little gutty here. Usually, playing in Flint, the rules were back on the schoolyard. If you weren't bleeding, it's not a foul.
Yep.
All right, 27-15, 6:50 left. Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl at the line. But yeah, I was really surprised. So we got Mason Dawson Dunn, Jeremiah, and Jameer Palmer Kirkdahl. So 2 sets of twins. I don't know if I've seen that in my broadcasting
Not at this level.
Career. I love it. How cool is that?
We luckily do get the Prevost twins for the past 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah, we have. Oh, man, don't bring that up. I'm so sad to see them go. Wish they had one more year of eligibility. Cougars really looking to get out and run now. Their offense starting to heat up. Crawford inside off the window, doesn't go. Browning with some good defense there. Reclaw out to Briggs.
And I don't know if it's because he's wearing the number 50, but Crawford's giving me big Zach Randolph vibes.
Oh, I can see that for sure. And another whistle. Stops the clock with 6:17. Browning gets called for that one. So 7th team foul now for the Centurions. That's going to send the Cougars line shooting and one. I'm thinking Byron Linley at the line. We'll see where his percentage is. You might beat me to it, Noah.
It's a race. It's a race.
I know. We're trying to click on the right website here.
59.4%.
You got me. Yep, I was right there, about a millisecond behind you. Linley, the sophomore, as mentioned, out of Niles, Michigan, just on the border of Indiana, just a little bit north of Notre Dame.
Yep.
Speaking of Notre Dame, a tough loss for that community down there. Lou Holtz, Hall of Famer, national championship, and made an impact on millions in his life. I did hear him speak one time, and it was really, really good.
So how about 2 for 2 on the 1-and-1 for Linley? I mean, that is crucial, in kind of games that can have swinging momentum. Being able to just get those free opportunities at the line definitely can set you up for a better opportunity to win.
30-15 Cougars, a lot of contact down low, and I think Linley caught the worst of that one. Javen Medaris, a 6'4" freshman out of Indianapolis, put him on the ground. But they're going to call the block on Linley, and that's his second foul. So fouls are really starting to be a factor here.
Yeah, and a fun fact about McDarris is his favorite movie is The Polar Express.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Kind of get you in the Christmas spirit. Three-pointer on the way, that's good. Mason Dunn. Big Rapid sophomore with the make, 30-18, but come back the other way, it's Gerald Crawford, high off the glass. Dawson Dunn almost got the block, but he was able to get that to go, so quick answer by the Cougars. And jumper shooter's touch there for Medaris, the Polar Express fan. Got his first basket of the afternoon. Crawford, high post, kicks it out in the corner. Palmer Kirkdow for three, no. Jameer Evans with the board.
Yeah, and this last 5 minutes is really crucial for Montcalm, facing a double-digit deficit early. You got plenty of time to come back into this thing, but you got to be able to knock down some shots in the process.
Medaris, he comes out with high energy, and there's a big shot there for him. He's working off the screens, making the most of his time. And we got a media timeout, 4:56 left. It's the Cougars on top. Lead's cut to 10. Centurions have made a couple big baskets here over the last minute or two. So, all right, we'll take our final break here. 4:56 left. Cougars on top, 32-22. All right, coming out of the break, 4:57 left. As mentioned, the Cougars and Centurions. And Noah Drury, was it indeed a media or was it a team
I did not
timeout?
hear it announced from Dante.
Okay, and I am not perfect. You're welcome to correct me at any moment. I'm sure we're getting a lot of hate emails from
Yeah,
to all the fans at home.
Two's email inbox.
Mike.choose@mcc.edu.
I wonder if someone will now.
I know. Hopefully they love us. Three-pointer on the way. LeBron Campbell missed. Centurions come the other way. Zion Briggs has it. 4:34. Big possession here, down by 10. Nice handoff. Good take to the basket. That's Dawson Dunn. Cuts it to 8.
That was a great sequence of passes by Montcalm. Just quick, executed, and efficient right there.
King kicks it out. Linley. Back out to King. And reach and foul there on Dawson Dunn. Stops the clock, 4:15 left. 8th team foul now for the Centurions. That's going to put Josiah King at the line.
And Campbell was wide open on the wing right there, so that's honestly not the worst case scenario. It does put Dawson Dunn at 2 fouls. Someone coming in, averaging 10.7 points and leading the Centurions in scoring. But, if King can go 1 for 2, I think you're happy with the result of that possession.
75% free throw shooter is King. So we'll see if your maths there, Noah Drury.
We'll see. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but
We are definitely not. We're getting a little slap happy here on the third game. Just wait till it's game number 6 tonight.
All right.
All right, he did indeed make them both. Lead is back to 10 points. That's 9 in the game for King. Coming up on 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, and for the Centurions, I mean, right now 2 of 13 shooting from downtown. They either have to go more consistently towards the paint or they got to start knocking down some outside jump shots.
Briggs fired it, did not go. Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl to Campbell. Campbell down the lane, and we've got some contact, and they're going to call a block down low. Is that on Briggs?
I believe so.
It is. So that's going to be his second. 9th foul. Really starting to stack up.
And it was not the final.
We do have our media timeout, so I do stand corrected.
No worries, no worries. Well, sometimes they do call it a media timeout when the coach does take a timeout in that final minute or so.
Yeah,
or
a little ahead of myself.
Yep.
But no, okay.
Zach Ingalls was definitely not happy about the late whistle right there, but I guess we could take a break if you want.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. We'll be back here shortly. 3:39 left here in the first half of the semi-final matchup in District A. All right, coming out of the break, 3:39 left. Cougars still up by 10, but you got LeBron Campbell heading to the line, shooting free throws, and I'll try to beat you. He's at 74%.
You did
so good free throw shooting team.
Yeah, and
they're second overall in 17 free throws made per game. 24 attempts is also second.
And currently 11 for 13 from the line, so they are making the most of their opportunities.
You got to make the freebies if you want to try to get to that final game.
And, I mean, you look at Montcalm, they're only 0 for 1 from the free throw line, so they're not getting opportunities like Kalamazoo Valley to earn extra points. And, I mean, the 11 points off of 3 throws and 12-point lead, I mean, you just look at that right there. That's definitely a big difference.
As mentioned, the winner of this will take on the 2 or 3 seed between Lakeland and Schoolcraft on Saturday afternoon. King thought about the 3. They're going to take a little time, kicked it over to Campbell, down low to Crawford. Crawford looking for an outlet up to Swanwick. Swanwick drives, pulls up for the jumper, and that was blocked. Joel Washington got a hand on it. Big block there, 12-point lead.
Montcalm could use a really big momentum play here in some part of this next 2:30, really just take momentum into the locker room.
Madaris kicked it out, 12 on the shot clock. That's Washington, good strong take, but couldn't get it to go. Loose ball goes out of bounds, and it stays with the Centurions. 7 on the shot clock. Number 13, Sebastian
Kamal-Zeta.
I was trying to hear. Kamal-Zeta. All right. We do try to catch all the pronunciations, but when you stack 6 of them in a row, it's hard to get down there and talk to every coach. We need to get that done. That interview, clogged a couple extra minutes.
Yeah.
I was able to interview Coach Ingram and Zach Woodruff, player of the game in that District C semifinal. That was amazing. All right, here we go. Here's Josiah King. Euros it into the lane, off the back of the rim. No. Mason Dunn skies for the board. Hands off to Michael Irving III.
And Kalamazoo Valley from the floor, they're a team that averages about 47%, which is 5th in the conference. Currently 42% from the field.
Down on the block. Madaris kicks it out. Irving, his shot, no. Loose ball finally secured by Swanwick for the Cougars.
And I think
Palmer Kirkdahl.
I think the Cougars are going to want to play slow coming in going into halftime just to make sure they maintain their lead. I mean, definitely 12-point advantage is where you want to be.
Wow, nice play there. Good drop step move for Swanwick. Extends that lead to 14, just what you want right before halftime. You don't want to have leave Centurions with any momentum if you're the Cougars.
100%. And, I mean, this is just definitely a first half that Coach Horn wants from his team. You know, to be able to get a 14-point lead is where you want to be.
Nice swing pass over in the corner, and that basket's good. Sebastian Kamazeda, all right. From Serbia, how about that? Or no, from West Palm Beach. I was looking at Đorđević. All right, here we come, the Centurions the other way, 38-27. High off the glass, no. Opportunity for the Centurions to get it to single digits. Wasn't meant to be, and LeBron Campbell gets bumped, goes lefty off the window. It's good. Leads back to 13. Final 43 seconds left.
And Kalamazoo Valley's just getting a lot more transition opportunities. They're winning their rebounding battles 23-15 with only 4 offensive rebounds. But off their defensive rebounds, they're hitting the outlet and getting down in transition.
Down low to Dunn. Pulls up the jumper. It's too strong. Palmer Kirkdale with that board. He can walk it up. Shot clock is off. LeBron Campbell steps out to midcourt. They can kill it for the last shot here. They lead by 13. See what they do here over the final 10.
I think you get it to Josiah King or Kirkdale, or excuse me, to Campbell.
Oh, look at that. The lane just opened up for LeBron Campbell, laid it up lefty. That lead is now 15 after one half of play in our District A semifinal matchup. It is the Cougars up 42-27 over the Centurions. Before we go to break, what do you tell your team in the locker room if you're the Centurions trailing out by 15?
I mean, the Centurions, in terms of just shooting, have not had a quality day. 3 of 17 from downtown. They are 50% inside the arc, but 12 of 35 from the field. Shooting 34% is just not going to cut it, especially with how Kalamazoo Valley's been able to get to the line and be able to create opportunities and points that way. They're also shooting 48% from the field. They're only 30% from 3, so if you can force them to take more outside shots in the second half, force some misses, and get some makes of your own, you can definitely play your way back into this.
All right, we will see you shortly, probably about 15 minutes or so, 14 and some change for the second half of this semifinal District A matchup here in Flint Town. See you here shortly. All right, welcome back here. Second half action coming up here shortly. This District A semifinal matchup. Cougars on top over the Centurions by a score of 42-27. Noah, coming out of the break, what's your thoughts? I mean, we see the thing that jumps out to me is Centurions have yet to get to the free throw line. In this game, they're 0-1, 11 for 13 for Kalamazoo. But what's your thoughts going in the second half?
Obviously, Kalamazoo Valley winning the rebounding battle 24-15, and they're not doing it by getting a lot of second chance opportunities either. It's mainly them getting out in transition and getting fast-paced buckets. And they have 7 points off turnovers as well. They've been doing just a very good job of just playing fast. And, I mean, when you're able to play fast and get easy opportunities against a team like Montcalm that's been able to kind of struggling in a half-court set, they're 3 of 17 from downtown, which that's been their strong suit on the season. You know, it is tough for, the team in green to really, find a sense of comfortability in this game when they've been kind of at a deficit ever since they got out to that 4-0 start, but ever since then they've been down.
Yes, the Cougars came out, ran off 10 straight after that, and they built up a 15-point lead here entering the second half. But, yeah, fairly clean, only 4 turnovers on each side. Each team had a couple of blocks. Kalamazoo had 3 steals, 2 for the Centurions. So, pretty, even for the most part. But like I said, the difference was that those 3-point shots made and the free throws, really. But so if you're the Centurions, you just got to find a way to get some scoring. Yeah, they do lead the overall ranking by their opponent's field goal percentage of 39%. So they can play some defense and find their way to get back in this thing.
Yeah, 100%. And, they're battle tested. They've played plenty of teams in conference and out of conference that, have prepared them for this moment. They just have to be able to find a way to come back down 15 and come away with a win.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough uphill battle, but this is a team that is tough, and we will see where they go. But, they are holding their opponents to 68 points per contest. And as mentioned, the Cougars, they can get out and run. They're averaging 87, so something's got to give. So exciting second half action coming up. The winner of this game will advance, and they will play the winner of Schoolcraft and Lakeland. Lakeland sitting at the number 2 seed. Schoolcraft coming in. We talk about Montcalm with that 78-77 win over Delta on Tuesday night. Schoolcraft with the 72-70 win over OCC. OCC represented last year in District A. So they are out of the tournament, and they're in that semi or quarterfinal.
Yeah, and that was definitely a surprising result too. When I checked the score, both Schoolcraft and OCC, such good teams out of the East. You hope both of them could have made it, but being matched up, they weren't able to come away with the victory. And credit to Schoolcraft, they're a team that's just kind of been, they don't jump out when you look at their box score. They're anywhere between the 70s and 80s in terms of scoring, but they just consistently win and consistently get the job done, and they got another opportunity to do so against the Lakeland coming up at 3:30.
Yeah, Coach E.J. Harrelson has just continued to build every single year. He's in year 3 and definitely off to a good start in his career. All right, back underway. Cougars have it, and we got a kickball off one of the Dunn, I think it's Mason Dunn. It goes all the way out to center court. So 7 seconds in, we already got a whistle.
Yeah, as this one has been a little bit more whistle-heavy than the District C matchups, but, Montcalm, they got to find a way to not, foul inside the paint and, let either Kalamazoo Valley miss the layups with playing good defense, or, they're just going to not – they've been efficient from the line.
All right, Cougars stay with it. Swanwick pass made it all the way through to Palmer Kirkdahl. Cougars shot off the mark. That was Jameer Palmer Kirkdahl. Crawford got tripped up, hit the deck. Mason Dunn got called for that one, so that's his first team foul for the Centurions. Josiah King has it all the way out in the corner. Nice ball fake there. Down the lane he goes. Kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way. Jeremiah. Palmer Kirkdahl with the miss. Joe Washington with the board.
Yet if you're Montcalm, Kalamazoo Valley goes 0 for 2 on that last possession. You have to find a way to score the bucket. Just kind of cut at this deficit.
And it goes out of bounds off the Cougars, or off the Centurions. It's Cougars basketball.
And we got a tech on Montcalm. It's going to be on
Coach Inglis. Yeah, he hasn't been happy since about the 10-minute mark in the first. It's going to put the Cougars on the line, shooting 2. And it looks like King steps up, as I think he was 75% on the season. So not where you want to be and what you want to see if you're the Centurions trying to claw out of a 15-point hole.
Yeah, it gives Josiah King now enters double-digit figures, the first player to do so in the game with 10.
Make that 11.
And not only is he just such a prolific scorer, but he's made a couple of passes. While they haven't been assists, he's made a lot of good dishes driving the lane and kicking out. He's definitely got that it factor to him.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It'll be another one. Will be exciting to see where he ends up playing. But again, he's a freshman though.
No, he's a sophomore. Josiah's a sophomore.
Sophomore, okay. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I seen the F. Game 3, getting a little loose here. Of 18 games.
Yeah, I was going to say, you still have 15 to go.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Centurions have it. Joel Washington tries to drive. Gets it all the way back out to Briggs. Briggs out of Augusta, Georgia. Splits the defenders. Reverse layup. Nice effort. Doesn't go. Rebound, Crawford. Quick outlet to Swanwick. Back to Swanwick. Pump fake. Steps in the corner. 4-3. And short.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity right there from Swanwick. A nice move. Created a lot of separation. Just not able to capitalize on the make.
DeMeester got it to go down the stretch there. The big 6'10" center out of Granville. And it's back to a 15-point game. 4 points now for DeMeester. And King hit the deck hard. He's hammered. Looks like he's going to be headline to shoot 2.
And just another opportunity for Kalamazoo Valley to get to the free throw line. They're 13 of 15. They're a team on the season that shoots about 70.6%.
Now it looks like the inbound,
wow.
So they waved off the shot, but 3 fouls now on Briggs.
3 fouls for Montcalm early in the second half.
We'll see Michael Irving checking in here shortly. Josiah King pulls up for a jumper, in and out. Briggs on the board. Catch and shoot. Dawson Dunn snaps it. It's through. Back to a 12-point game. 5 points now for Dawson Dunn. Centurion's going to stop here. Maybe a long rebound, get out and run. I mean, that's how that momentum starts to build over the Cougars. Find a way to get it done in the paint as they've done most of the game. And they were now have 5 3-pointers, I think, in this matchup as well. There we go, inside to Crawford. Great answer by the Cougars.
Yeah, and that's just a good dish from Josiah King. Obviously he wants to get to his buckets. He wants to get to his spot. But to have recognition with Crawford on the opposite side, wide open, I mean, it's just a free 2 points for you and your team.
So back to 14 points. Briggs, shot doesn't go. Swanwick swarmed underneath. Got it to Josiah King.
Swanwick has a good feel for the game. I mean, he's double-teamed and able to just dribble out of it.
And they're going to call that on DeMeester. Josiah King is on the ground. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. And that's going to be Meester's, I think that's his second foul.
Looks like Josiah King, he's wobbling a little bit, but
he's a gamer. He'll be fine.
I think after these free throws, I think you definitely get him a sub.
He's limping pretty hard. Hopefully he can shake it off. He is just an incredible player, the sophomore. 6'5", 215. Referee asking him if he's okay to continue.
Yeah, I mean, also Josiah King, how about those shoes as well? Those are some bright blue shoes. I mean, they perfectly match the Kalamazoo Valley, light blue.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we've seen some great shoes this year, there's no doubt. And those might take the cake. So we've got Michael Irving checks in for Briggs. And it looks like LeBron Campbell going to be checking in. Speaking of shoes, he's got purple and yellow.
He's one of those mismatch guys.
Yeah, we've seen that. So do you go in with your buddy, like, okay, I'll get the right, you get the left? So unfortunately, no, we couldn't do that. I'm sure our shoe sizes aren't the same.
Well,
and he does come out. King is definitely limping. And I'm sure our Mont Bears trainer will be over there to check him out here shortly.
Yeah, that's someone that you do not want to have on the bench. if you are the Cougars, even if you let them rest up for the rest of this game and your
And that's
team's
going to stiffen up. So 16 points is the lead, 16-18. Centurions looking for some offense. Washington drives, floater in. Try to hit Dawson Dunn, but that didn't go. Quick outlet. Jameer drops it to Swanwick.
It looked like almost it went in. Have you ever seen that John Wall clip where the broadcasters acted like he made the three-pointer and then they were just so mad?
I mean, he almost got us there. I mean, it's not quite April Fool's Day, but that was close.
Yeah, I guess we're a month, less than a month away.
Know, how about that? I love the month of March. You still get a little bit of snow and some ice, but you got March Madness. You're inching closer to the Masters. You got opening day right around the corner. Watching some baseball over here this week. Tigers played the Dominican team the other night.
I know the World Baseball Classic, I think, starts Saturday, too.
Palmer Kirkdahl, Jameer, his shot off the mark. Good take inside, but couldn't get it to go. Lead is 16 if you're the Centurions looking to cut it. Mason Dunn, 3. Crawford can't get it to go. Demeester with the offensive board. He's fouled. He's going to head the line to shoot 2. 44 Swanwick. That's his second foul. First team foul here in the quarter, or in the half for the Cougars. So, all right, we're going to officially have a media timeout with 15:40 left. 48-32, Cougars on top over the Centurions. We'll be back here shortly. All right, welcome back. Second half action here. District A semifinal matchup. Centurions at the line. Josiah Demeester going to be shooting 2. And fouls on Swanwick, his second. 14 fouls already for the Centurions, just the first for the Cougars. First one catches iron. It's short.
Still yet no free throw makes.
That's incredible. I don't know if I've seen that in a game this season where there's 0. There we go. First one is in the books.
We actually gave a good curse this time.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, Demeester was a 33% free throw shooter, coming into today's game. So, if I'm Kalamazoo Valley, if he does have an opportunity, maybe give some extra contact and let him earn him at the line.
Swanwick, nice take down the lane, or down the baseline, rather. Crawford with a really, really good assist. He's got great vision as a big man.
That's 4 assists for him on the day, and he's been doing a really good job of operating out of the post. How about that block?
Swanwick, didn't go. Man, they are really creating havoc for Demeester down low. Great defense there by the Cougars inside, protecting their own rim. Linley shakes a defender, kicks it out. Swanwick lost the handle, stays with it, got it to Crawford. Crawford goes up and in. It's just the Cougars' day. Right place at the right time. All those loose balls seem to be kind of going their way.
Yeah, on that last possession, it was Crawford to Swanwick, and then it was Swanwick to Crawford.
Mason Dunn on the 3, answer. Keeps it somewhat manageable if you're a Centurions fan. LeBron got blocked. Demeester has it. Gets it out to Dawson Dunn. Dawson to Mason Dunn. Long cross court pass to Irving. 3-pointer on the way, and it's down. That was number 13, Sebastian.
Kalamazoo.
With the make.
Yeah,
It's
that was a
52-39.
that's a high arcing jump shot.
There's
too.
a lot of room here in the Ballinger Fieldhouse. That might be one of the highest arc shots that we've seen in all these years of doing these games, and that goes out of bounds off the Centurions.
Almost hit Montcalm SID and kind of our tournament broadcast director, Tim Johnston.
Yep, he's wearing some Go Blue attire. I thought he'd be kind of monarched up today.
Yeah, but, he might have had some Region 12 stuff on, too.
Yeah.
But Montcalm, surprisingly this year, women's or men's, isn't in the tournament.
I know, that is surprising. They seem to be just a kind of a stay consistent player every year. Another foul. Centurions just crashing the boards.
Personal foul number 3, Tamir Evans, his first.
But they call him for the foul on Evans. That's his first. So that's going to put Crawford at the line.
He's had quite the day today. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal and a block, 5 of 6 from the floor. And he's done about everything.
Averaging 58% on the season.
Yeah, that's only the third miss from the line on 18 attempts by Kalamazoo Valley. So, to have the, clip they're shooting at from the charity stripe, as they do go 0 for 2 on that trip from Crawford.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, second overall, 17 free throws made. They're averaging 24 attempts. So they get to line plentiful as the Cougars. And the Centurions can't convert. Browning lost the handle. Here come the Cougars the other way. Nice drop. Oh, and that basket is good, but they call the offensive foul. Jeremiah Palmer-Kirkdow got it to go.
And as I think he's trying to ask the official, why did he make that call? But, Kalamazoo, he hit a big 3, but able to take a charge and, not allow Kalamazoo Valley to get 2 points on that possession. Now, can they swing that into momentum on the offensive side?
Yep, a critical possession here coming up for the Centurions. Let's see what they can do, trailing by 13. Opportunity to get it down to single digits. And they don't, and there's a foul. And they're going to call it. Kalamazoo, his first foul. 16 fouls now for the Centurions. Oh, and you see Josiah King back on the floor. Looks like he's still kind of stretching that knee a bit.
Yeah, and I think him just being on the bench, obviously not going to do him any justice. He can only run back and forth, doing some light jogging. But, he's going to know if he's good in these next 2 minutes or so. But he seems to be fine on attacking on the floor.
Yeah, no doubt, King. And I think he's just fine, Noah. I'm going to go out on a limb right there. Taking on multiple defenders in the paint. And the lead is back now to 15, exactly where we were after one half of play. 54-39, 12:50 left in the second.
And King just represents what a natural scorer is. Being able to knock down those tough shots, they don't make them look tough because it's just something that they do routinely.
Yeah, it almost gives you the confidence that you could do it yourself. Like, I don't think so. I can't even beat you in horse, let alone with 3 defenders on me. Nice take. Lefty doesn't go. Kept alive there by Browning. And we got a whistle. We might see the second technical coming up because that looked like a made basket to me.
It looks
Hopefully.
like we did not just press pause on the stream and stop it, guys.
Is there this whole play like one of those? Well, you wouldn't understand this, but a record player used to go.
Oh,
You're too young for that.
Nope.
Old guy reference. Sorry, but that's easy. What
I don't know what a record player is, Chad. I'm kidding.
No, and good job for Ingles for keeping his cool. I thought for sure he might pick up that second technical foul because, they do give it to the Centurions, I guess.
I think it was something to do with the clock and resetting the shot clock, I think was the issue. But,
okay, all right.
That could have been a huge basket right there for Montcalm, getting 2 points.
All right, 54-39. All the way out to Browning. Hands off. Irving. Evans. Good ball movement for the Centurions, but it's down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Jumper off the mark. And Cougars stay with it.
And whether it's been open three-pointers or open mid-range shots, Montcalm just not able to knock any jump shot down at an efficient clip.
Linley had his shot go in and out. Centurions with it. Kamelkevich off the window, no. Rebound. Tyler Stokes for the Cougars. And King threw it in the bench. I think he was trying to get Linley going the other way. Swanwick checking back in. And looks like we got a timeout. 11:45, second half. Here, this District A semifinal. It is the Cougars over the Centurions, 54-39. We'll be back here shortly for some more Great Lakes Tournament. All right. All right, back underway here in Flint, Michigan. All right, Centurions with the make.
Yeah, and I mean,
54-41.
Oh.
All right, LeBron Campbell has it. Swanwick inside to King. King lost the handle. He was manhandled. Centurions come away with it, but he was fouled.
Yeah, another trip to the free throw line for Kalamazoo Valley. Josiah King looking to add on to his 15-point total. 3 Cougars in double digits with Matt Swanwick and Gerald Crawford. Also 2 forwards, 10 points apiece.
Yeah, impressive play. We knew Josiah King was going to get the job done. He just, he's at 15 points right now, averaging 21 on the season. And I think you mentioned that game earlier in the season. We did not see him. He was out for that game against the Bears.
It was something injury related.
Yep. So he's definitely worked through that, playing a little banged up today and getting some good quality minutes down the stretch, looking to take his team to the District A final matchup on Saturday afternoon.
10 for 10 from the free throw line, Chad.
Yeah, that's amazing. You love to see that. I mean, if you're a coach, many of these buildings that are in here, this building right now are sure to take a note of that. And good strong take there by Irving, and he's fouled. So just the third foul for the Cougars with 10:52 left. Not many free throw opportunities for the Centurions so far. Let's see if Irving can get the job done.
Yeah, about 51% on the season from the line.
And now 1 of 4. Only 4 opportunities. Just they only had the 1 in the first half. Split the pair. 56-43, 10:51 left.
Yeah, if you're Montcalm, I mean, you just have to find a way to get stops. Obviously, you've been able to kind of slow down Kalamazoo Valley's offense, but you have to be able to convert on the other side.
And finally got a stop there. They were able to bottle up Josiah King. He still got a good shot off. Couldn't get it to go. Irving has it out on the wing. Working on Palmer Kirkdahl off the window. Yes! And back to 11 points, or make that 12 points. If you're the Centurions, looking for a stop here. Tyler Stokes hands it off to Swanwick. Three-pointer is down. Matt Swanwick, 6'6", freshman from Centerville, made that net snap. Brand new net, like you said earlier, for this game. So I'm going to be cutting it down tomorrow, or Saturday, excuse me.
And Sunday as well on the women's side.
Dawson Dunn, three-pointer, doesn't go, but Mason Dunn comes away with it. Hand off to James Browning. That basket is good. You can count it. He's in line for an and one opportunity. 59-46. Fourth team foul now for the Cougars.
And
Jameer Palmer-Kirkdall got that call.
And you talk about those 4-point swings. Obviously, Montcalm able to force the turnover right there, and now an and one opportunity. I mean, this definitely, keeps them back in it. After, even though Swanwick was able to hit a 3, they could get it back down to 12, and they just got to find a way to actually keep cutting the deficit against the Cougars.
57% is the percentage for Browning, and he makes. So now it's a 12-point deficit. Browning comes out. Medeiros checks back in. Swanwick. Stokes in the lane. Hangs, doesn't go. Dunn with the board. Over to Dunn. That's Dawson Dunn. Medeiros has it. Almost went out of bounds. Briggs up top. Slows it down.
You just got to find a way to win every single possession offensively and defensively. That's just what's got to go through your mind if you're the Centurions.
Ooh, foul call on LeBron Campbell.
That's going to be his third, too.
So fifth foul now for the Cougars. Inbound coming up here for the Centurions. Jeremiah Palmer-Kirkdall checks back in. Big Gerald Crawford checks back in. He's only 6'4", like we said. He just,
it doesn't
he
feel
plays
like
that
it,
big
though.
body. We've seen that earlier. Henry Ford and LCC, they definitely had some bigs. It seemed like he could hang with some of those guys.
And you typically see athletic websites or players in their bios definitely give themselves an inch or two more. It feels like Gerald Crawford, 6'5", 6'6". I mean, when you look at him stand next to Swanwick, they're about the same height.
Yeah. Centurions on the inbound. Jameer Evans had it. Swings it all the way around to Medeiros. Medeiros back to Briggs. Centurions taking a lot of time here, down under 10 seconds on the shot clock. They need points quick, under 9 minutes here, or coming up on 9 minutes.
Yeah, and they just need to find a good look.
Yeah, that was not it. And nope, no basket there. Didn't get the shot off in time. Shot clock violation, so good defense by the Cougars. Definitely frustrating possession there for Coach Ingles.
It looks like the Centurions going to apply a little bit of pressure, trying to create some full court pressure.
Yeah, it looked like a little diamond action. Nice job there by Dunn. Got a hand on it. They were trying to get Swanwick open down in the corner.
And it's not a bad approach for the Centurions defensively to try to speed up the Cougars offensively and try to force them into quick shots that if they don't fall, they can get it swinging the other way and try to maybe create some quick looks.
And this thing's far from over with 8:50 left. Cougars up by 12. They led by 15 at the half. Crawford, spin move in the paint. He's fouled. He's going to head the line to shoot a couple.
Yeah, I know I said he reminds me of Zach Randolph. I don't know if it's because he's wearing the number 50 or if he's just primarily in the post and plays with some vision. All he's missing is the headband.
Yep, there you go.
And he would be the former Grizzly great and also played at Michigan State as well, too.
Yeah, a lot of good you got basketball coming up. We got the Big Ten tournament just around the corner.
We got Michigan State on Sunday,
yeah,
too.
Michigan State.
Obviously, the big dance. But, I mean, all the other, postseason tournaments as well. You have the NAIA, D2, D3. I mean, there's just so many.
We can't forget about Danville as well. Yep. Always fun to watch that bracket kind of.
We have high school basketball playoffs going on in the state of Michigan.
Regionals, districts.
The district finals for girls are on Friday. Obviously, boys regional finals tonight.
All right, 8:26 left. It's a 14-point lead for the Cougars. Evans.
They got to get a shot off.
Yeah. Ingles. They got another shot clock violation. That might be back-to-back, but it did hit rim, and it goes out of bounds. Briggs thought he had an opportunity there, but I think back-to-back. I mean, that's 60 seconds of game clock there with nothing to show for it for the Centurions.
Right, and I think if you're Kalamazoo Valley, that's what you want to do. You want them to you want to force tough shots and long possessions defensively. And to their credit, I mean, they've just defended pretty well all game.
Cougars can stretch it out here. Under 8 minutes to play. The lead is 14.
it feels like Kalamazoo Valley's just ready to break this thing loose, kind of like what we saw with LCC earlier. But it's still within a manageable deficit for Montcalm.
King, shot off the mark. Briggs kicks it out. Inglis in the corner. Evans kind of bottled up there by Swanwick. Another long, kind of delayed possession here. Centurions need to score quick. Man, they are taking their time.
Kalamazoo Valley, they're just doing a good job of switches and applying pressure on ball, just not allowing really much open looks.
Medaris' shot was off the mark. Three-pointer on the way for Swanwick, and it's through. That's what you need to do if you're the Centurions. Get down quick and bang a shot through. Leads now 17 for the Cougars.
Yeah, and Matt Swanwick, just an incredible player, like we've mentioned, coming into today's broadcast. Maybe not the star of the show, but definitely a very nice co-star you want on your squad.
All right, there's a basket for the Centurions, 64-49. That was Briggs now with 4. Briggs picks up the foul. So 8, make that 9 fouls for the Centurions. So Cougars head in line for an 1-and-1 opportunity, but it's like we got 6:45 left. I see everybody heading to the bench. So is it immediate timeout?
I believe it is.
All right. I don't want to make that mistake again. All right, 6:45, 64-49. Cougars still holding on by 15 after all this time. So we'll take a break here. Final 6:45 coming up next in this District A semifinal matchup. All right, final 6:45 coming up. Cougars up by 15. Heading to the line are the Centurions.
Because we do get a break in between, Chad.
Yeah, we get an extra half hour smushed in there.
So for those wondering, where we're going to be for 50 minutes, if you've been watching all 3 games so far and like the sounds of our voice, you'll have to miss it for a little bit, but
exactly.
It'll be back on. We'll be back for 3:30 to conclude the second half of the semifinals here in District A with Schoolcraft and Lakeland.
Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl at the line, averaging 72%, and made the first on that front end of the 1-and-1. As mentioned, 9 fouls now for the Centurions. Next one will send the Cougars to the bonus.
Yeah, we talked about this. It's kind of been the story of the game for Kalamazoo Valley. Along with them dominating the rebounds, they've also are now 20 of 25 from the free throw line compared to the 3 of 6 shooting from Montcalm. So that's really been the difference here and why there's a scoreboard difference of, 16 points.
Three-pointer on the way, and that's Mason Dunn. He buried it. 10 points now for Dunn. 65-52. I think I misspoke there. One more foul to be in the double bonus. That would be the Cougars. 65-52. 6'10". Campbell in the corner for Liney. Liney drives baseline. Nice defense there. Irving kind of stopped that path inside to Crawford. Crawford over to Palmer Kirkdahl. Down the lane, the floater goes. Or down baseline. 67-52. That 15-point margin has really stayed consistent throughout the second half. That was our margin at half.
And the Cougars are kind of taking a slow cooker approach where, they just drain down the shot clock, and then eventually they're able to find a quality look after moving the ball around with intent.
Mason Dunn, his foul or shot didn't go, and he's going to pick up a foul on King. Going to send King back to the line shooting 2 now, with the Cougars indeed in the double bonus. 67-52.
We mentioned with Josiah King, 10 of his 17 points have came at the line with his perfect 10 of 10 shooting. And on the season, Josiah King, like we mentioned, around 75%. If he continues to stay at his 100% clip, She knocks down the first. I
There
don't
we
want to be
go.
one.
I was a little nervous there.
And that percentage will definitely shoot up a little bit.
I was nervous, Noah.
And number 4, Mason Dunn.
68-52. Mason Dunn back on the floor. Missed the second. And the Centurions come away with it. Cougars looking to pressure, coming out off that miss. Centurions have it. Zion Briggs out at midcourt. Linley steps out on him. Another long possession here, down to 10 on the shot clock. Inside, Mason Dunn. His shot's off the mark, quick outlet. Linley splitting the defenders, lays it up, and it goes. I think the defender might have helped him there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I think it was good no matter what, as Linley kind of hit the deck hard.
Yeah, it looked like he shaking up a bit, walking it off. See if anybody hops up on the Cougars bench. 4:59 left.
And, you know, obviously they're starting to let the subs play more. We'll see if we get deeper into the benches. This contest continues on. But, you know, Montcalm facing an 18-point deficit. I mean, it is a tough uphill battle from here.
Under 5 to play. Dunn had it, and I think his got kind of hammered there from behind. It's either on Dunn.
I think it's going to be on Linley.
It's on Linley, okay. So that'll be his third foul. So 16 fouls. No fouls left to give if you're the Cougars. Swanwick checks in. Jeremiah, Palmer Kirkdahl out. Yeah, we've been impressed with Swanwick. 16 points. Dunn stays with it. Got that to go. Under duress. 70-54. 12 points now for Dunn. King, long pass over to Swanwick. Lays it up, no good. Quick outlet. Here comes Briggs the other way. Looking to run are the Centurions. Evans. He got blocked there. No doubter there by Gerald Crawford.
That was an impressive block on the perimeter. You don't see that happen too often, but, I mean, you know, being able to send someone shot out of bounds, you know, on the perimeter, it kind of makes a statement.
You know, I mean, if you're the Cougars, I mean, you're coming off a tough 1-point loss to the Hawks in that championship game over the weekend. And last year, I mean, they lost in the championship game to MCC. So, a bit of, a bit of motivation if you're the Cougars to try to, to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, they were a team that last year finished as a Final Four finalist in the national tournament. And Coach Horn, won Coach of the Year in the MCCAA West in 2023. They went 28-1 in the regular season last year. I mean, this is a team that has so much pedigree and, a lot of prestigeness throughout the whole entire conference. And, Montcalm being a new program, only second year in their existence, definitely facing their challenges today. But even regardless of result, you're definitely proud of the program, getting here to this big stage.
Oh, there's no doubt. Yeah, really impressed with Coach Horn year in, year out. Just, one of the best coaches in our conference overall. I mean, his team comes to play every single game. So 3:50 left, 70-54. Cougars on top, looking to close it out here and get to that final on Saturday afternoon. We'll be back here shortly. All right, welcome back. Flint Town, Steve Schmidt Gymnasium, Ballinger Fieldhouse, Mott Community College hosting the Great Lakes Tournament. Game 1 of the semifinals, District A. Final 3:50 coming up. Centurions trailing by 16. going to cut in that lead. First free throw is good for Jameer Evans. Back to 15 points. It's where it's been most of the second half, right on that mark.
Yeah, and Montcalm's just not really been able to cut it to single digits. They've gotten it down to 12. They've gotten it down to 11, but they haven't actually been able to cut it within single digits and kind of get that big run to get them back into this game.
Crawford has it. King all the way up the court. Palmer Kirkdahl back up to Campbell. King spins, no good. And stayed with it. How about that? Offensive rebound. Trying to lose Dunn. Crawford picked up that loose ball, lays it up and in. The lead's now 17, 3:20 left.
Yeah, Crawford, I mean, he just does such a good job on what I like to call cleanup duty.
Yeah, we talked about Cougars coming up short last year, Henry, before they got the at-large bid, and they made the most of their tournament. So, I mean, I guess you guarantee your trip to go to Danville if you win out, but there's still an opportunity to go, and they played a great tournament last year. Nice layup there by Reclau. Still back, and now it's back to 15. Steal for the Centurions. Man, if that would have went, you might have seen a quick timeout from Coach Horn.
100%.
And Coach Ingles still out there coaching, and we do get a timeout on the floor. KVCC does call the timeout, stops it with 2:45 left, 72-57. So we'll take probably our final break. Well, I guess, we can probably have
You never know.
You never know. But we'll take a break here. We'll be back here in just a moment. Enjoyable first day of the tournament, Noah. We've had some good quality basketball. Been fun to call these games. We get 3 games this afternoon. We'll finish out A, and then we'll go to District B, and then tomorrow we'll do it all over again. We got 6 games on deck on our women's side between A, B, and C. So we get a lot of basketball in front of us.
100%. And I mean, this is just, something we look forward to every year. You mark this out in your calendar for this 4-day stretch of just awesome basketball that you don't. This only comes around really in the month of March. It's when all levels of basketball, and you're just definitely appreciative of it.
Yeah, just so thankful that for Mont to get this tournament. We try to roll out the red or the yellow carpet, I guess, for everybody. If you want to, or black and yellow. 3-pointer on the way for Swanwick, and there is a foul call out of bounds. No quit, and Mr. Zion Briggs, the 5'8" sophomore guard out of Augusta. And he's going to be heading to the line. And as mentioned, not many free throw opportunities in this game for the Centurions. And when they have gotten to the line, they haven't really converted all that well. So
yeah,
hopefully they can finish strong here.
4 of 8 shooting from the stripe, 50%. I mean, just not taking advantage of every opportunity. They shot 7 of 31 from downtown. Just unfortunately, they don't convert on a 1-and-1 right there.
I mean, you got the Cougars at 27 attempts compared to just 8 for the Centurions, and they have a 78% clip. It looks like we're going to be going back down the other way for free throws. That's Swanwick heading to the line. So bonus opportunity for the Cougars. 8 fouls now for the Centurions. Swanwick makes the first. That was the 4th on Mason Dunn. Swanwick makes them both. So Dunn twins from Big Rapids, Kirkdalls from Niles. I wonder if they, cross paths in the high school gyms at all along the way.
I mean, there's potential. They kind of are regionally on that west side of the state, maybe a non-conference. we do go to a timeout here, but I kind of want to stay here. So for the afternoon action, it is Schoolcraft versus Lakeland at 3:30. Lake Michigan versus Mid-Michigan at 5:30. And then St. Clair and Edison State for the nightcap at 7:30. And some results earlier in District C. It was Cuyahoga versus Henry Ford. Henry Ford got the 78-61 win at a 9 a.m. tip-off this morning. Can't believe it's already at 2:30, and we were here bright and early in the morning. And then Lansing Community College picked up an 81-64 victory. And Kalamazoo Valley trying to finish strong here with a 15-point lead, 2:11 to play.
2:11. Both teams make their way back on the floor. Looks like we got some new players. Zeke Robinet, the 6'1" freshman forward out of Greenville, on the floor now for the Centurions. Swanwick has it, kicks it back out. Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl, 2 minutes left here in the semifinal matchup.
Yeah, definitely imagine that Kalamazoo Valley just tries to take it slow these last 2 minutes and find some good looks.
Nice strong take there by Swanwick. He's now got 20 points.
Yeah, you could say Swanwick soared to
Yeah,
the cup
he did.
right there.
And knocked loose there by the Cougars, out of bounds off. I think it was, I want to say, Palmer Kirkdahl got a hand on that.
Yeah, I thought maybe Evans touched it at the end right there, but
Reclau checks in, and another timeout. 1:38 left, 76-59. It's a full timeout. I think the Centurions called that one. So, all right, we'll take another quick break here with 1:38 left. It's the Cougars on top, 76-59 over the Centurions. We'll be right back. All right, back underway here, final 38 in this semifinal District A matchup. Cougars looking to close it out. Centurions hoping for a miracle, but Palmer Kirkdahl with the steal. Swanwick. And knocked out of bounds there by Briggs.
and you got to credit the Centurions. You know, they could have easily left their foot off the gas and just kind of taken the defeat. Obviously not going to be playing any more basketball the rest of the 2025-26 season. But you're going to get a standing ovation for the Dunn brothers.
Absolutely.
And, I mean,
yeah, they both gave it their all for sure.
It's unfortunate to see, you know, their time come to an end here, but such a young program, so still so much potential that hasn't even hasn't been tapped yet with the team, with the college from Sidney, Michigan.
Nice put back there, Jeremiah Palmer Kirkdahl with the make. Yeah, on the floor now, Andrew Batter and Vlada Đorđević from Vranje, Serbia.
He actually played on the U16 Serbian national team, too, in the Junior Olympics.
Batter's a little closer. He's from Imlay City, so not quite as far as And we've got a ton of
line change coming in. See Montgomery Holland. As Kalamazoo Valley will live on another day. They will be here on Saturday to play the winner of Schoolcraft and Lakeland.
Oh, wow, huge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll let you rip through those.
Let's see here. Louis DeGrande, Lucas Porter, Matt Anders, Montgomery Holland, Byron Linley. Actually, it was Tyler Stokes, not Louis DeGrande. My mistake.
Dante over there getting his money's worth. All right, 103 left, 78-60. So Holland on the inbound. Stokes walks it up.
Yeah, it's good to get these, players that don't see the floor too much, whether because they're freshmen or just weren't able to cut the rotation, just that postseason experience on the floor, even if it is towards the end of the game.
Out of bounds. Trevor Zamarin with that three-pointer off the mark. Jackson Inglis on the floor as well. Zeke Robinet. So, yeah, a lot of these younger guys under 38 to play. And loose ball picked up there, Robinet. Full head of steam. Gets down to the corner, drops it back for Zamarin. And finally, late call there underneath. They're blocked on number 32. That's Lucas Porter from Plymouth, Michigan.
Transfer from Northwood as well.
And that's going to put Batter at the line, shooting 2. Missed the first. So we got Bay College at the game before, so they got their gear all set up for the women's game tomorrow. So.
Yep. They will be playing at 11 a.m. as well, like the men's team did.
All right, final 15 coming up.
So we got same final score potential if Kalamazoo Valley doesn't shoot it from the 9 o'clock game earlier this morning.
78-61, and that should do it. It does. Cougars hold on 78-61 over the Centurions. Congratulations for the Cougars for making it to the final on Saturday, and credit to the Centurions for putting together another season big win in the quarterfinal to get to this gym here this afternoon. And they got some great building blocks for next year. Coach Zach Ingles will have a lot of tools in the tool chest. But don't go away. We're going to talk to our the coach of the winning team, Coach Jim Horn, and the player of the game for the Cougars, Noah Drury, going to manage that interview coming up here shortly. Got all your questions figured out?
I hope so. My sideline reporting experience definitely needs to come into play. Noah Drury here with our player of the game in our post-game show, Josiah King. Josiah, You know, it might have not been the best day on the floor from you. You were still able to hit some incredible tough shots, but what kept you getting consistently to the free throw line?
Really just being aggressive and knowing if they double team, I could pass out to my teammates. If not, just make the right play and be aggressive.
You, Swanwick, and Crawford, whenever you guys drove to the lane, not only were you guys making layups at the cup, but you were making that extra pass to the perimeter or that pass on the opposite side block. You know, what is it like just having great team chemistry with your fellow forwards and guards?
Really, it all started in practice. You know, we go over scout and just know when, you know, we a post team, we play inside. When teams held backside, we know that extra pass to the corner is going to be open.
Chad?
Well, great game, by the way, a great season. We seen your rankings up towards the top in the MCCAA.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
getting here last year, you came up, short in that district championship, but then you got the at-large and you guys made it to the championship
Yes, sir.
game last year. I mean, what takeaways from last year really help you get prepared for this run?
Really making it to national, man, that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You know, not everybody get lucky like that. And that experience right there, just knowing how far you can make it, really just got to push your next team and knowing that we can make it there.
Well, congratulations. You can kick back and Schoolcraft and
I do have
Lakeland.
one more question for you. To all the coaches that are tuning in or have the opportunity to listen to this interview, what would you like to describe yourself as?
Really just a person who want to win, do whatever I got to do for the win. Whether it's me passing, scoring, or rebounding. Do whatever.
All right, Josiah, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you and have this same conversation again on Saturday, and good luck in preparation until then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, good luck. Congratulations.
Yeah. Appreciate it, boss.
And welcome back here to the postgame show. Pleased to be joined by Kalamazoo Valley head coach Jim Horn. First thing I want to ask is, what does it mean to come away with a win here in the semifinal? You know, a grinded out victory versus a Montcalm team that kept hanging in that 14 to 12 point range. What does it mean to close it out and get the victory and move to the district final?
Well, it feels real good. They're a good team, and they run really good stuff. So we tried to mix up some things. You know, they caught us a couple times on some slips. They know we switch everything, so they slipped, and they got some good buckets. So we tried to change it up with a little zone action, a little something different. But they're a good team. They run good stuff. So walk away with a win like that, we feel good.
I think you might have the three best playmaking forwards in this conference. You have Crawford, King, and then Swanwick, they're all able to put the ball on the floor and also look for their teammates. What is it like having that luxury of players on your team?
We run a lot of stuff through them, as you can tell. So our strength right now is working through our forwards inside out, and all of them are able to make good plays, and they're pretty good passers too, so they're able to read the double, whatever, and get it out, and so we can make plays. So.
Well, Coach Horn, congratulations on another great season. Always a pleasure to see here in this gym. Last year we talked about you came up short in that district championship game, but you're able to get that at large, and you made it to the championship game. What did that kind of set you up for this year in a sense? Or, what do you share with your team?
Yeah, it did. We, a lot of the guys like King and the Palmer brothers and Byron Linley, they didn't play a lot last year because we had a lot of sophomores that were good players, so they didn't get to play a lot. They experienced it, and they loved it. Now they're the guys, and we brought some guys along with them. And, early in the year it was tough. We're trying to learn how to play, but we've caught a little rhythm. We're playing some pretty good ball. So, we'd like to close it out with a championship and get these guys back to Danville. With no at-large this year, I'm sure, so we got to get this one.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, we'll see you here Saturday afternoon for the final, and you can kind of kick back, watch this next matchup.
Yep.
Should be fun between Lakeland and Schoolcraft, two really good basketball teams.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Yep.
All right, congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations.
See you Saturday.
Yep.
And that's going to do it here from us from Steve Schmidt Gymnasium. We are halfway through the district semifinal. Still 3 more to go on the men's side. Schoolcraft and Lakeland coming up next at 3:30. Don't go too far. Stay tuned for next game at 3:30.